Kakadosh Boker Tov. We're continuing with Halachot and Siman Resh Samech. We were speaking about cutting nails. Now we're going to speak about what happens to the nails after you cut them. So everyone knows the Gemara Masechet Nida brings down in the name of Rishimon Bar Yochai that there's going to be 5 things that if a person does it, he's mitchayev benafsho v'damo berosho, which means that he causes sakana. Now, what is a sakana by the nails? If you're going to come and you're going to throw nails, right, it doesn't matter whether it's actually going to be tzipornei yadav or raglav, which means the nails of your feet or your hands, and you're going to throw it on the floor, and then what happens is that a pregnant woman will pass by, she will actually have a miscarriage. And therefore, that's why they come and they say that it's very, very important to actually pay attention to this. This is a sakana. Now, why exactly is that? So there's actually going to be a very beautiful, on the Gemara Masechet Moed Katan, on the En Yaakov there, he actually brings that before the sin of the Etz Hadat, we know that the skin of the human being was actually the nail. The nail was the actual full skin of the human being, and then after the sin of the Etz Hadat, which Chava was the one that provoked, what happened was that everything went until the end of the fingers, which means that this protective nail was actually our entire skin. That was the skin of the human being. Now what happens is that if you're going to come and you're going to cut it, and it goes on the floor, it's going to remind, again, HaKadosh Baruch Hu of the sin of Chava, and therefore when she's pregnant, that's actually going to cause that now she's going to have a miscarriage. So therefore it's very, very important not to come and to throw the nails on the floor. Now, some people actually want to say that based upon the Gemara Masechet Moed Katan, let's say, for example, a woman's not going to be around. For example, let's say a Bet HaMidrash. So we're not talking about the women's section, right? There's no women's section. Let's say it's right here in the middle of Bet HaMidrash. There's not going to be a woman walking around. So is there any suit for me to come and start throwing the nails on the floor? Because anyway, you're not going to suspect for it. So there it actually says that it's going to be mutar. However, though, even afterwards, right, you should actually come and be mishaneh mekomo. Mishaneh mekomo means that even if it is that it does happen, that somebody cuts their nails and one of them, let's say, fell and he doesn't know where it is, broom the floor. Why? Once you do a shinui makom, which means you're going to move the place of the nail, it could be that it loses its effect. There is a machloket achronim. How much do you have to move it? You have to just move it around from where it fell or completely out of the room. But for sure, it's a problem that a person should try to come and try to make sure that it's going to move around. Now, again, all these things is going to be very, very important because obviously we do not want chas v'shalom that somebody would actually have them. It's mutar lechatechila to throw it inside of the toilet or inside of the sink. There's no problem whatsoever. It is brought down the entire concept of that if a person is going to burn it, so it's going to be a chasid. Now, why is he going to be considered a chasid? If you bury it, it's going to be a tzaddik. If you burn it, a chassid, he says, but if you actually burn it, it's actually bad for you. So the fact that you're burning it, but you're just doing it in order to make sure that nobody will get harmed, so therefore it's going to be, but a person should just be careful that whenever it is that they're going to be cutting their nails, they make sure that the nails completely go right to the garbage or to the whether it's down the sink, whether it's down the toilet, wherever it's going to be, that it shouldn't fall anywhere. Now, if it is that it does fall, just make sure you're going to come and you're going to broom it away, so that way hopefully you could actually broom it out of the room, or even if you don't broom it out of the room and at least you broomed it away from its original place where it fell, that for sure will have some effect on it. So these are again just different halachot about making sure that we do not actually cause damage, right, to a woman that's pregnant with our nails.